Hi, I'm Mark from Robotics, and this is our robotic kitchen. Hi Alexa, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
Thank you. Welcome to our innovative showroom. Now I want to please to introduce you our new Molly kitchen, which could replace everybody's kitchen in the future.
Why everybody's kitchen?
Because what you can see here is a piece of technology which our talented engineer developed based on our vision, and they expand the horizons and keep everything what we have in our regular kitchen in place. It's not disappeared now, but they have a lot of unique, interesting functionality which I am going to introduce you today.
What does the future look like to you?
In my opinion, the future should look like this. When you come your home late and you want to spend your time with your family, with your friends, reading nice book, looking new cinema, playing favorite games, and cook sometimes when you really want to cook, and of course if you know how to cook. The most important thing that you want to have big variety of different type of dish, and it needs to be in any place around the world. It could be well balanced and cooked in the very good consistency, and mostly it also needs to following special meal plan, which you can choose, like a low calorie plan or plan which is more favorite to you. It's important thing to keep the family tradition. So the dish from your grandmother, from mother, and make it also available for your kids, because this what is important in terms of family traditions. The important thing is also to following the dietary requirements, have a low calorie food, have a special meal, dietary meal plans, which is favorite for yourself, and of course have a multiple type of dish around the world, because it's a lot of different cuisines around, and I think it's good to have access and eat everything anytime of day and night. The important point as well is to make this food very consistent and very nice cooked and freshly cooked, because believe me that spaghetti which is cooked 20 minutes before you start eating is a different dish from if it will cook just before you eat.
I cannot believe it's science fiction.
But I will surprise you. I will show you and present the Molly kitchen which can do all of these things, and it will be available from today.
What can the robotic hands do?
The robotic hands is a piece of technology which we developed since 2016. So it's pretty much interesting hand because this is a product-wise industrial grade hand which we developed with our partner from Germany, and we do a lot of attempts to make it reliable, functional enough for cooking operation, which we are going to do. So this hand should operate all the objects inside the kitchen environment. So generally we have plenty of objects. We have cookware, you have utensils, we have equipment, we have second equipment, we have very smart system of ingredient storage and tap and cleaning tools and blender and other stuff. And it should be all operatable by the same robotic hand. This is a very unique device which we focus on the development first because it's the most critical system of our kitchen. And fortunately, we complete the development of this beautiful hand, make testing. This hand can survive 100,000 cycles, and generally, this is like a masterpiece of our robotic kitchen.
How can they move inside of the kitchen?
If you can see the kitchen, it's pretty much unique because it's the same kitchen from the dimension point of view as everybody have in their home. The main challenge for the robot, because the robotic arms is not so big, you need to operate in this kitchen with a different object in the different space. And a robotic arm have to touch or reach any of those space in the different position and orientation. And that's why it's very challenging to make robot which is capable to operate all operation theater, all the kitchen volume. For that, we design and build the beautiful rail system, which is 3-axis gantry. A robot can go from left to right, and the main thing, it can go up and down and rotate. So generally, because of this extremely high level of flexibility, the robot able to operate the kitchen fully in any piece of environment.
How can the robot see what is in the kitchen?
It's one or more important system which we have in our kitchen. The vision system integrated inside the kitchen, they can read everything what's happened inside the kitchen. It can track all the objects. It will understand how the robot performs some operation. It can identify the fail and the correct result. It can help robot to correct the action if something is going on the wrong direction. It also can focus on the ingredients during the cooking and can understand when the ingredients is ready or not ready. And it's also help us to understand what's going on in each particular recipe execution. So it's very intelligent system to understand what's really going on every period of time in this kitchen.
Tell us about the smart storage system.
This is one more very unique direction. What is the beautiful cooked recipe? Half of this is the recipe itself, the creativity of the chef and understanding the whole process, and built by the feeling very nice and interesting product. But what is another part of this is a process. Process how you can manage the ingredients. So generally, a robot can operate the kitchen and following the same process and same timing how chef the cook the recipe. But the most important part here, it's ingredient, because based on the different type of ingredient, quality ingredient, you can get the different quality of product. And that's why we built our intelligent ingredient storage system, which is very smart refrigerator, which can keep all the ingredients inside. They store in specific temperature. curve which is supported the ingredient freshness. You can load this storage, and after you loading, you can start cooking the recipe anytime you want. The important part of this storage is all the storages is very smart. It's smart enough to understand how many ingredients you keep in the storage, what's the expiry date of the ingredients. They can just load ingredients and help robot to grasp it when it's needed. And it also can inform customer or user of the kitchen that some ingredients is running low or some ingredients is close to be expired. So actually we are gently operate all the ingredient in this storage and track it and understand what you need to buy next time if you choose this or that recipe.
Does this mean there will be a reduction of food waste?
Yes, because all the ingredients is delivered or prepared in the special sealed containers. We are very precise in amounts. There is no any extra ingredient needed, otherwise which we have for this particular recipe for this particular number of person, which is automatically means we are very careful talking about the waste of food and just control all what we need to control to make this world more healthy.
So many health issues are tied to food, but I think a lot of people, including myself, are actually a bit confused as to how to make food that's both good tasting and good for you. That's always a struggle for so many people, and it gets more complicated when people are on certain diets and have certain allergies and have certain medical conditions that require different kinds of food. There's not just one diet that suits all people. So I think having the ability to have a range of dishes or a range of meal plans or options that can be made for you that suit that diet but keep you interested and keep you happy, because that's what food is all about really, that would be amazing if it can do that.
How does the robot know what to cook?
One more system, so it's our recipe system. So generally, the recipe could be recorded by any user or by the professional chef. The following process is to record the human motion inside the kitchen and recognize the operation and put on the right timing and the right order. It can recognize how many ingredients is inside it, which ingredients is running low and which ingredients is close to expiry date. And when we start cooking some recipe, I can show you an example. So generally, when we choose the recipe, we have all the containers inside this beautiful GUI screen. And we can take these containers out and the system will understand that you took it out. Or you can simply just notify container which you want to fill, like this container, for example. What you're doing after that, you take this container and you put it on the scales. We can put the ingredients inside and you see how the ingredient is coming more and more until the level which it needs to be reached. And that's it, and you can start cooking. One more important functionality of the refrigerator, it's very smart in terms of following your instruction. You actually can lock it anytime to avoid your kids, for example, getting something which is not allowed or it's maybe dangerous for them. At the same time, you can lock the refrigerator until special period of time. And even yourself, you cannot open it. For example, if you want to avoid eating something from 6 p.m. in the afternoon until 6 a.m. in the morning, you will not be able to open the fridge. So, again, this is a very nice functionality for the people who want to avoid eating some special ingredient in special time.
Can the robot clean after cooking?
As it is a baby, we only start teaching him to clean. And for now, we use a couple of cleaning tools which help robots to accomplish the cooking by the cleaning procedure. So we are focusing now to more cleaning the worktop zone, which needs to be cleaned after cooking. In some period of time, of course, we are going to integrate also vacuum cleaner machine and more cleaning tools to make more professional cleanings. We divide our worktop by the squares, and we teach robot to clean square by square very precisely with a high quality of result. And our vision system could prove that each area is cleaned properly.
Can it also disinfect the surfaces?
We integrate a couple of solutions inside that. We use ultraviolet lights inside the area. You can see this light behind this area. So it's completely safe here for the human, but it could disinfect the area of cooking. The second one, which is important, it's our containers. Our containers is sealed. So generally, if you put inside the ingredients and seal it, so it's vacuumly sealed containers which could also prevent to put anything inside it. So when you sterilize it and get the ingredient inside, you can keep safe from any bacterium going outside.
Should I be scared of the kitchen robot? Is it safe?
Yeah, I can say you that this robot is extremely safe. It's safer even compared with a normal kitchen, because in normal kitchen you have a lot of like a hot object inside, and it could be dangerous for the animals, for the pets, dogs, parrots, and other stuff, kids as well. But we designed the protective screen to completely close the cooking area for anybody who will be not allowed to be in. And only robot is allowed to be in this case, and everybody will be outside. So it's absolutely safe.
Can a kitchen robot learn new things?
Cooking, from the technical point of view, it's a sequential process when you need to do sequence of operation on the right time with the right ingredients. And of course, this sequence is coming from human creative chef, because robot cannot create the recipe, it can only following the chef recipe. That's why inside this kitchen we also can record the recipe itself when human can cook it. And after we processing this data and translate it to the robotic commands, and after you can have the recipe which you cooked before on your kitchen in the robotic implementation. So you actually can teach robot to cook your recipe.
So, this robot kitchen and this technology, I think, has amazing potential to actually give people the kind of food that I love made in the way that I think it should be made in their own homes, which I think is fantastic.
Does the robot use regular cookware?
It's a very good question, because robot can use the regular cookware, but in terms of make maximum level of performance of the robotic device, we design our special, beautiful, adopted cookware, which is adopted to be operated by the robot and by the human efficiently. I can show you one of the examples. This is a pot. Why it's so unique? The first, it's a beautiful design. We designed this with one of the famous cooking manufacturing company in partnership. And it have number of features, even if it's look very similar to the normal pot. The first feature is the handle. This handle is fully adapted for the human hand and for the robotic hand. So it means that robot can very comfortable to operate this handle. Second point, it have a visual markers on it which help the vision system to identify position and orientation of this particular pot inside the cooking space. Third, we have 4-directional hook. So it means that we can put this pot on the hook in any of 4 orientation. And it's really important, believe me, for the robotic device. And it's also interesting, beautiful design. And the last point, which is also important, the temperature of this area of handle, it's much lower. Even the pot is extremely hot. So it means the robot will not have, and the human will not have any problem to handle this when during the cooking process. So all of this cooking is designed and built on the very specific high quality of steel and accomplished with the nice adopted for the human and for the robot handles. I can say everything also about the utensils. So utensils is again have the same concept. We have beautiful design, very high quality of materials. We have a visual marker which could be help kitchen to identify the utensil itself and identify the utensil's position and orientation. Also very important functionality of the kitchen is we can put the utensils in any area of the kitchen. And the system, when you can look on it, they can recognize automatically where and what kind of utensils is in the kitchen now. So it helps to navigate robot inside the kitchen automatically, even you put utensils on the different places. So this system and setup of the sensor make this environment very, very flexible. And you can actually not take a lot of involvement in terms of put things on the right order on this kitchen. It can be automatically adjusted based on the sensor input and where you put the ingredients and the cookware and the utensils.
The kitchen is so elegant. Who had designed it?
I think it was a collaborative work between famous Italian designer studio and ourselves. So we put a lot of input because actually, even if it looks like a kitchen, it's not furniture anymore. It's a machine integrated in the kitchen furniture. That's why we need to work very closely with the companies who can help us to design the kitchen itself. So because we give them our technical vision and they accomplish this technical vision by the beautiful design.
Where was it born?
I think thank you for our creative international team which we have in the company, and also to our partner who helped bring this dream to the reality. Of course, as a multi-components and very complicated robotic device, it needs to be designed by the number of very high-level specialists and technology which is available on the market. And to integrate all the solutions for this level of complexity, it's a big work. You don't need only to do it functional. You need to do safe, you need to make it safe, you need to make it fully reliable, and you need to make it beautifully designed. Because all these components should be properly integrated to each other and tested, and after that you can say, this is a product. It's not a prototype anymore, it's a product. Because you make it, test it, and identify that all operation which robot can do inside is safe and reliable.
If I am in the mood, can I cook on the kitchen as well?
The beautiful thing of this kitchen, it's designed to following two actually modes. The first mode is a normal cooking mode which we do during the last many hundreds of years. So generally you can operate this space without robot, without any limitation, and kitchen will help you. They also can show you how to cook things and can navigate you during the cooking process. But the way of cooking should be absolutely classic. The robotic mode, it's new feature, and of course it's a future of the cooking process. You don't need to spend your time, you don't need to know how to cook, and you can get your food anytime during the day and night. So generally, with this philosophy, this product is pretty much universal. You can use it in any mode, anytime.
There's a lot of people who would find this technology useful because they can't get out or because they can't cook them for the food for themselves for a lot of different reasons, or they have different dietary requirements. And I like that the recipes are all customizable. They can edit them and change them themselves, so if they need to swap something out or adjust the seasoning or make it like the grandma used to make it, they can do that as well. I think that, you know, like you said, there's an emotional aspect to food, and I think that this gives a lot of capacity to achieve that.
How long does it take to fit the robot kitchen into someone's home?
Actually, when you build the first proof of concept prototype, sometimes it's not so long. Because first you need to prove that concept can work. But the big gap between the proof of concept prototype and the product is because of some parts of the device which you want to build could be not optimized for the product level. Because for some reason, you cannot do any reliable solution. For example, it's very difficult for us. The main challenge was to build the hands. Initially, we used prototype hands, which was absolutely amazing, but it's very, very complex and extremely difficult to manufacture it in a volume and a reasonable price level. That's why we designed it from the scratch with our partner, and finally, we found the way how to build it very reliably and low cost.
I mean, this could help with all kinds of things like that, and because of how it's based on human hands, it's got the potential to do just about any job in the kitchen. And that would open up all kinds of possibilities for the chefs to do other things and be more creative, I think.
And this is a key part of the product. But we have a lot of subsystems here which have same or substantially the same level of complexity. And of course, to design all of these elements, make it reliable, test it, design it properly, make it nice, pleased looking, and also functional, it's a big challenge. Sometimes you need to do many cycles of development and testing and design evaluation. And you need to not stop this process, because you cannot sell the product when even one system is not enough reliable. Because in this case, the whole product can fail. And in this case, it's not a product, it's a still prototype. That's why when you build this system, it's very difficult to predict exactly time when you need to develop it. Another part, which is really important to understand, that when you build the first product and don't have any reference, any similar product on the market or available, you need to do all the mistake by yourself, because you cannot learn from somebody. You need to do it by yourself. And this is a very big challenge. If somebody will build this kitchen and see our kitchen before, it will be much more easy, because first you understand it's possible and there is a product with these technical requirements. And the second, of course, you can do it better than this, because you are working with reference. We built our kitchen from the scratch. We invented this kitchen by ourselves. We built the first proof of concept prototype in 2015. We showed to the market, and after that, we spent very hard 5 years. And fortunately, finally, we bring it to the market. And I think it's a big success for us.
Can I order it right now?
Absolutely, yes. You can order it through our website. We're now accepting pre-orders in Europe and also in other European countries. So we believe this is our mission. We want to optimize this product one day and make it available for everybody who need the kitchen at their home. And this is our main goal for the next 10 years.
Which kind of kitchens are available to order?
I'm presenting now 2 types of kitchen. The first kitchen is X model, which is actually the normal kitchen with all the setup prepared to be installed with a robot inside. But it's still smart kitchen with a lot of subsystems which never you will see in other kitchens, but there is no robot inside. So if people think a little bit about do they really want to have robot or not, they can first buy this smart kitchen, which we call X, and you can think about and upgrade it anytime by one click. Second kitchen which we present, this is our limited robotic kitchen. are. We present it as a full integrated solution, and the minimum price level for this kitchen is £248,000, which, including the robot, beautiful utensils, and all other stuff, needs to be in this kitchen. The main advantages to have this kitchen is because compared with other luxury kitchen brands, you will have substantially similar amount of money spending for the kitchen without robots. And what we offer now is pretty much unique because this kitchen is ideal for the people who want really enjoy their life by using different type of new technologies. Because nobody else can offer this kitchen on the market.
You mentioned that soon you would bring this to every home?
Actually, the mission of our company is make this technology available for everybody. Because we strongly believe that this technology can help a lot to change everybody's life. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you live, and doesn't matter what you like to eat. It gives you a lot of values if you have this product. I'm talking about different category of the people. It could be elderly people, it could be our mothers and fathers, it could be disabled people which cannot cook because of some problems which they have. It could be absolutely like a business people who don't have enough time to cook. Everybody can get some value from this kitchen. And of course, to make this kitchen affordable for all category of clients, we need to optimize it for the mass manufacturing. We need to develop different models, make it nice and functional, and finally bring it to the market. And I think this is a very standard way how to make product affordable when you first release it in the highest luxury segment, and after you develop it and optimize the production cost, components cost, and processes to make it cheaper and cheaper. So one day we definitely will bring to the market the kitchen, which could be much simpler than this one, but much cheaper than this one. And this is our company philosophy and our main target. If you will able to use such type of machine in your restaurant and maybe at home, maybe you have more time to create new dishes, to create a new program, to create a new method, and something else.
And more time for yourself. I think that's really important. I hope you don't mind. I'll get a bit philosophical, but I love to cook. It's why I do the job that I do, but I cook all day and then I come home and I don't get home until 7 p.m. or later on a good day. I mean, most chefs get home much later than that. But by the time I get home, I often am too late or too tired to cook a proper meal for myself and my family and my daughter. And that's upsetting. If I could have something like this either at home or at work to save me time in both places and still produce good food, I'd be very happy. For me, I don't care that much about the money. If I or other creative chefs can use this as a platform to sell their own products, that's fantastic. But I'd just be happy to see people around the world eating the same food that I love. And I think that genuinely will bring people together around the world.
What else are you developing?
Actually, now we develop also the kitchen for the hotels and restaurants. And I think we are going to release the first pre-production prototype during the next couple of years. And this machine can help restaurant and hotels to serve very nice and well-cooked dish for the big number of clients, which this kitchen is not designed for. This kitchen is designed mostly for the in-home use. But because we build it and because we make it so flexible, we understand now very easy how to optimize it to any kind of kitchen architecture. And now we build this first architecture for the commercial application.